How is everyone?
Hi, Internet. Share, it's your turn now.
It's your turn, Sharon.
Hi. I was reading Karen's comment.
Okay. Doug is in the house.
Ronnie.
Ronnie. I'm getting down there, Sweet Eve.
There's Eve. I haven't seen Eve, but there she is.
Yeah, there's Eve. Hold on, let me get down to. How are you feeling?
What am I doing? I just realized we're doing this podcast. You've all seen the title. You know what's going on here. And I look like Slash rather than Kurt Cobain. What the fuck? If there was ever a time for me to dress up like Kurt Cobain, it's right now.
It is. I wish I could say better, but I can't. It's beginning to get me tonight. Aw, and this will be new normal for quite some time. I'm trying to figure out how to not give in. Oh, I'm so sorry. We will continue to keep you in our thoughts and prayers and sending healing energy for sure. But take it easy. Don't get up too fast or move too fast. Don't make it worse.
Yeah, I'm glad you're living with your family now, so that you have somebody nearby.
Yes.
Like super close.
So very grateful given the fact that the entire metal Murphy bed came down on me and my hand was oh my God. It could have. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, those things are fucking gnarly. Like, coming from a guy who hits his head a lot, I don't want to hit my head on one of those fucking things.
Me either. I'm surprised those haven't like went out because they've been around forever. Hi, Ronnie. I don't know if I said hello. But hello. Yes, we are talking about Kurt Cobain tonight because Courtney Love has brought it back up again. But don't they say it's usually worse the next day? Yeah, they do. That's when the muscles are, because your muscles have had time to relax and all night and all day, and then you wake up, or they've had time to relax for a couple hours, and then you wake up and they're like, or get up and it's like, I wish I hadn't got up. 10 grandbabies. Oh, I got 8.
God damn.
So, yeah.
I guess, I mean, I don't know your life, but 10 of anything seems like a lot.
I'm waiting on a special diamond painting thing. Oh, good. That's a good thing to be doing while you can't do a whole lot is diamond painting. That takes a lot of patience, though. I can't do that. I don't have the patience for diamond painting. And 4 of her kids, her oldest is 20. Okay, good. Nice. Share. We get 2 shares.
What?
Sick.
I don't know what one I am.
Why?
Oh, the bubble moving.
I don't know. Careful, everybody. It's just her split personality up here.
There you go. Yeah,
the
you
other
can.
one, I guess.
Yeah, boot the other one. I left to share you out and then came back, but I actually took StreamYard off my phone, so I don't know how that happened.
Have you dropped Casey's merch store?
Oh, merch shop?
Yeah, I want to pin it at the top.
Eve, could you grab that, please? Oh, okay, that's the channel. Eve, could you please grab the merch?
Beats everyone to it.
Yeah. Ethan, thank you.
Yeah.
Eve's faster than all of you, and you'll never beat her.
Yeah, once she drops it, I'll
send her a t-shirt.
I don't have her address, so I fucking can't. Eve, don't put your address out here publicly.
I'll get it from her privately. But yeah, I wanted to send her one for helping.
Yeah, as soon as she
I know, but I
drops
got
it, I
super
will.
drunk one time. Don't drink in live. I got super drunk one time and started fucking saying my address and all my information and shit. And then lo and
Stop
behold,
it!
like I kind of doxed myself.
Don't
Oh
drink.
my god!
Don't drink in live.
Yeah.
Yes, it's towards the top. Okay, let me look.
Oh, you did it already? Thank you.
I will. I just want to pin it and put it at the top. So, yep, I found it. I don't want to go there. Listen, I just want to pin it. Okay. There we go. All right, it should be pinned now. Do y'all see it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, so all of you youngins, do y'all remember when Kurt Cobain passed away?
I mean, yeah, I remember it. I just don't remember when.
It was April 5th, 1994.
1994, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
94. I was 11.
Yep. 94 is when he passed away. You remember, Casey?
I was inside my mom for
I
2
was
more
going to
months.
say he was not alive, probably.
Yeah, see, I don't know when Casey was born, so I don't know.
He's just a baby.
Oh, okay. I don't remember, and the reason I don't remember is because I didn't follow Kurt Cobain. I didn't listen to that kind of music, so I didn't even know anything about him or anything until I was asked to do a reading on Kurt Cobain. And so once I did the reading, which is on the other channel, my other channel, that's when I did some research after my reading because he was such an interesting read. And that's when I looked up who he was and what band he was with and his life and stuff. And then I watched a couple of documentaries on him, or it might have been just one. It might have been, I've watched several things on him. One of them was a documentary. I did watch, I don't know if y'all know Scott on Tape. I like his videos. He did different locations where Kurt Cobain lived, like the one, I think it's in Hollywood Hills, where you have to climb like 100 and something steps to get to his house.
Oh yeah.
You have to
Yeah,
have
he had
like
that fucking
a key or-
crazy.
yeah. So I watched that one, and I think
Which seems, can we just, like, for a guy with a crazy drug addiction, especially one where it makes you fall asleep a lot, having to go up a bunch of stairs to get to your house seems like it sucks. You're all nodding out trying to walk up 100 stairs.
They said there was like an elevator, but from what I saw, I was like, where would the elevator be, and how would it? I don't think there was an elevator that took them up there.
I'd get one of those things. I don't know how familiar everyone is with snowboarding. Well, Cher's in Canada. You might know this, but they have these cable things.
Oh, yes.
It's like a chairlift, but it's not, where you just grab onto a handle and it pulls you up the hill.
Yeah.
I would just make one of those.
Yeah. Would you say, Doc, while everyone is old enough to remember him? Oh, cute baby. Before you were born, Casey. It was before Casey was born, so. But
yeah, I'm not.
You do know who he was, though. Eve, I'm real old.
I'm not old enough to actually remember when he died, but I am from Washington State, so like, it's like he's a legend everywhere, but it's almost a weird ghost story in Washington State. Everyone's kind of like, hey man, like, remember what happened? That was fucking crazy, right?
Because they have that little park, like, I wouldn't call it a park. It's like that area that's beside the house that he passed away in. It's like a little grassy area, and they have a bench out there and stuff, I guess, dedicated to him. It's like
Yeah,
right,
that's a real Washington thing too, like memorial, outside memorial shit. Because Washington is very outside, like
yeah,
hiking, fishing, hunting. So like, yeah, all of our memorial stuff is like, oh, this bench is dedicated to so and so. He used to love to sit here and look at birds and shit.
yeah, because he was messed up
Hi.
and he didn't know what he was looking at. I don't know. That's probably not nice to say. But so I thought we would talk about it since Courtney has brought it up. For why do y'all think all of a sudden she wants this information? Why she waited all of this time? Is it because they've reopened this case? What do y'all think?
I've heard some law enforcement coming out and re-talking about it. Casey, what's the word? There's no limit on murder.
Right.
What's it called?
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, I don't know why I almost said something way different. Yeah, statute of limitations.
That means something else.
Yeah.
Rapper begins with the letter N. You guys know that?
Yeah.
So funny. You have to clip that.
It is on my StreamYard. I just haven't done anything with it yet.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, I don't know why the word statutory was coming in my head.
That's like stature of limitations.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think what happened was it was like a year or two ago. It was fairly recently. Some dude, but I guess he's like maybe not world renowned, but he's like a really good autopsy coroner guy. Okay. He's like known for it, and he had nothing to do with the case, completely independent third party. He just decided to look into it, and then almost immediately he was like, that's fucking weird. There's no way Kurt Cobain could have done that to himself.
Yeah.
And now that kind of tipped the domino effect to where people are starting to look into it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I was going to play the video. I have to go to my playlist.
Really quick, wasn't he, maybe I'm thinking a different situation, he was wanting to leave her, right?
I think he was.
Probably. Well,
was that
they were a drug couple. They were always breaking up, back together, breaking up, back together. Like, I'm sure they were fighting because they always were. I don't know. Rumor has it, yes, he wanted to leave her right before he passed away. But did he, or was that just they're fighting, and then as soon as they get high again, they're back in love?
Right. Yeah. Just like from what I felt when I done
he was back in love.
I think he was
with her on, yeah.
Yeah. I think he was leaving all of them, and band included.
Oh.
My opinion was he was fixing to get rid of all of them. Because I feel like he had time to have some clear mind, and I think he kind of seen what was going on.
Yeah, I think he wanted to quit, maybe not quit music entirely, but I think he was over it.
Right.
I think he saw the glitz and the glam rock star lifestyle, and like he always really was genuinely an artist. Like he didn't give a fuck about the money or the fame or the anything. He just needed to express his severe depression, and like he saw how fucked up everything was, and I think he was maybe not on his way out, but he was definitely thinking like, I don't know how much longer this shit's for me.
Yeah. I just remember seeing Courtney on TV looking this evil as
all the time, and still today, currently.
I was going to say, is that as opposed to normal disabled or really disabled? I mean, she always looked like that to me. She always looked strung out to me. I mean,
it's wild. There's a documentary on Hulu. There's a documentary called Montage of Heck about Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love, and it shows there's a lot of like home movie footage of them just filming themselves in their house. So it shows them like naked laying in bed together, and Courtney Love looks twacked the fuck out, and then it shows them out on the town like on a nice date, and Courtney Love just looks twacked the fuck out the forever. She never doesn't look high as shit.
Yeah, I've seen her on a few things. Like she does some comedy roasts for some people, and she just looks insane.
All caught up. I attended his memorial service. Really? Seattle Center, and the vibe was so heavy and sad. Oh, yeah.
That would have been really cool.
Yeah, you always look. She always looked that way. That's how I know she was. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So what I thought we'd start out with was the day they found him. So just to give a little bit on a background on the pew pew that he had, he bought that like in March and he died in April. So he bought that because he was worried about, there had been some break-ins and he was worried about people trying to break into his house. Although there was no evidence that it ever happened, nor was there any 911 calls to say that there had somebody been trying to break in. According to his friends, he had been acting really paranoid and withdrawn. Kind of convenient, isn't it? Around that time. But they were
the fucking win. Kurt Cobain was always antisocial and weird. And like, have you seen any of his actual artwork, like his paintings and his drawings?
Yeah.
It's
well, you know
all like.
Go ahead.
It's all like him fucking fighting demons in his own mind. Like he was always. Yeah.
Well, you know, he took drugs to like people.
Hey, Running. I can relate with that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, fucking me too, man.
Those were his words. He said they made me tolerate people.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I joke about that with my weed smoking. I say my weed smoking keeps other people alive.
Yeah, he said I truly hate people, and
there was not long ago. Was it last weekend or the weekend before? I was sitting at the drum circle down at Venice, just like hanging out next to a palm tree, fucking sitting there. And I remember thinking to myself, like, man, if I just went and got like one drink, I would be the fucking life of that party. But then I know it doesn't stop at one drink. Yeah. But I completely get it. Like, sober me, I'm like, you all look fucking annoying and I don't want to hang out with you. Couple drinks in, I'm like, oh no, this is fine. All right. We can do this.
Yes. Oh, hi, Grumpy Mama. Oh, speaking of...
Hey, Running Gray Wolf.
Look at my Progressive Mind shirt.
I saw it. It's so good.
It's so good. So
that's a sick shirt.
That's a sick shirt. Isn't that nice? Look at that.
You should hit the
link. Whoever designed it's got skills.
They do have skills.
You should hit the link in the comments and maybe you'll find it.
Yeah, I bet you will.
All right, tell it, sis. How's it feel? Have you watched it yet?
Yes, I've watched it. It's comfortable.
Nice.
And this is a large because I like my shirts big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't do any weird shit when you washed it?
No, does it look like it did?
No.
But I've had t-shirts that like the first time I washed it, it just did weird. Like the logo gets crumpled or it just...
Yeah, like it didn't crumple together or anything. And it didn't it didn't...
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it didn't mess it up. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've even had shirts where I had to I would wash them and then I would have to hang dry them, or else they would just get fucking weird and crunchy, and whatever they were made out of just couldn't handle it.
And sometimes I put mine on, Ronnie. Dang, maybe I need to take them too, so you can like people too. Yeah.
Maybe. Remember what Uncle Seafowl said yesterday? Don't do pink cocaine.
Right. Yeah. It turned out well, and they're just comfortable. And if you don't put them at, I have a, delicate setting, and I have a permanent press setting, and those don't get hot at all. So I just put mine on that. I put it inside out and dry it on one of those. Yep. So get you one, because tonight, technically, this would be Progressive Minds night. But I know Eli's probably working, and so he can't
Nobody knows where Eli is because he fell off the face of the goddamn planet.
We might have to do a Where's Eli episode. No, I'm just kidding.
Or we just fucking roast him all night because he can't defend himself. Right. Hell yeah, dude.
But so, in lieu of my partner not being here, my podcast partner, I have two more, and I think there's a third one lurking in the back there. So I have three people with me tonight. So, yeah. So it's always good. We support each other, and you're way too short. Is that what that means?
I mean,
yes.
For what?
Put him on a milk carton. I think we must have missed something up at the top because I didn't hit every comment.
No, put Eli on a milk carton because he fell off the face of the earth. I'm trying to figure out how you're too short.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
I must have missed a comment. Always inside
maybe
out. Mr.
That's her rap name.
Eli.
Too Short's broke as fuck now. He's basically homeless.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I need a ladder to reach my washer, and I almost fell in.
Oh, okay.
I need a stool for my washer to get all my clothes out of it. No lie.
Claudia!
No lie. Tammy, a third one. There is. If the Beard of Reason is back there, can he let us hear his voice? There he is.
It would have been so much funnier if you would have just told me to go.
Proof of life. Proof of life. Save Mark.
So that Mark is the third person that's back there.
I send Mark gay memes regularly. It's fine.
It would be good, clean.
He's laughing because he knows it's true.
It would not be funny. So now that the squirrels I ran the squirrels out. So he bought the gun because he was nervous about break-ins that weren't happening. And his friend said he was being withdrawn and paranoid. So they allowed him to buy a shotgun. Because that's what friends do.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, a gun shop in Washington State doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You can walk in there with blood on your hands, and they'll be like, what do you need, 12 gauge or buckshot? What are we doing here?
Yeah. And it is a shotgun. You don't have to have a background check or anything for shotguns because they're not.
Yeah, I know. Washington State does not give a fuck about shotguns.
Yeah.
I mean, don't saw them off because that's federally illegal.
Yeah.
But in terms of you can go to fucking Walmart and pick a shotgun off the wall and buy it like it's a Reese's Pieces.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do that in Minnesota too. It's fun. Canada, not so much. Not tonight, running. I'm home tonight.
So he, in April, I don't know what happened between March and April, but he just kind of disappeared, and Courtney couldn't find him. So she hired a private investigator because someone said they seen him in Seattle. Now, this is April 1st. He died April 5th.
Huh.
That's such a Washington thing to do. I've disappeared in
Yeah.
Seattle. Me and my buddy last summer, actually, yeah. There was multiple times where just randomly, for no reason at all, we were like, huh, you want to go to Seattle and go to a Mariners game and just fucking be in Seattle for like a day or two? And then we did.
Yeah.
You can absolutely disappear in Seattle.
Well, she hired a private investigator. And this is dumb on her part. She cut his credit cards off. So she had the credit cards cut off so he couldn't use them. Well, if you're really looking for him, what you want him to use a credit card.
Why?
He's also Kurt Cobain. He just called the record label and was like, Courtney's being a bitch. Can I have some money?
Yeah. There's that too. Yeah.
Like that didn't, I know what she was trying to do. That didn't fucking solve anything, idiot. Kurt Cobain owned Seattle at that point. He could have walked up to anyone on the street and they would have been like, that's a weird situation, but I guess I'll give you $100, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, right. He probably could have charged anything anywhere.
Or he could have gone to any dealer he wanted to and just been like, I'll get you back, dog. I'm a fucking rock star.
Yeah, yeah. So between that time, so I would say that had to have been like April 1st or 2nd, and then April 5th was when he was found so it had to have been before April 5th that she found him or that he came home, because the security guy, the guy that found him was the guy putting in security cameras. That's how freaked out he was about people breaking in. So in 1994, I can imagine how expensive that would have been.
He was, or his friends were, because Kurt Cobain was always like, obviously he struggled with mental health, but I don't know. There was a guy scheduled to put security cameras in. That's who is the guy that found him. I mean, I get that. I just feel like coming from where he came from and then living in the actual nice neighborhood where his house was, where they found him, I don't know if he would be worried about that.
Yeah,
That part doesn't. I feel like that was her being like, "Oh, babe, we need fucking security cameras."
That's how I feel. I feel like the paranoia wasn't his. The gun wasn't.
He was paranoid about a lot of shit, but
I mean that particular thing, I think that was her kind of pushing that.
Yeah, I feel like he was always. I felt like he was always more paranoid about himself. Like I think he always kind of knew he was suicidal, and he's always kind of like walking that line of like, I really hope I don't do it, but like, the fuck, I might.
Yeah.
I feel like that was where his paranoia came from, is that he would do something to him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. They kind of drummed it up, right? You know, they kind of fed it. Kind of like, I feel like they kind of helped his habit there. I feel like they kind of helped him with that.
Oh, I'll say it. Courtney loves that pin drugs.
Yeah.
100%. That's why they let him have the gun. They were hoping he'd shoot himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I said, because good friends allow you to go buy a gun when you're feeling paranoid. You know, that's something that good friends would do. So they're not good friends, is what I was trying to say. But I thought we would bring that up first and it's like 2 minutes. They don't have a whole lot from that. They just have like the few news, reporters that were there taking the shots of the house and stuff. So I thought we'd bring that up and look at it. Man, it even looks like an old recording. Look at it. Look how bad it looks. And then I have several things. I have the autopsy. I have a video of the autopsy. We can look at that if y'all want to.
That is nostalgia right there. Look at that. Damn.
It's almost black and white. Like it's
It
in
is.
color, but it's so bad it's almost black and white.
Yeah.
I like it. It makes me feel at peace.
Yeah.
Bring me back to the 90s, please.
Right.
That's
So the
what I've
dull
been
colors
saying
and
for like
everything.
30 years.
What?
That's what I've been saying for like 30 years. Bring me back to the 90s.
Casey. Okay. Where are we at? Right here.
You guys, how old were you in 94? Mark was 17. I was barely 11. I wasn't even 11. Well, that sounds wrong.
Isn't that weird? You get older and that doesn't matter, and then you're like, fucking, that's odd.
Yeah.
I do that to them all the time.
I've dated someone who was out of high school when I was in like first grade, which seems real fucked up. But then when we're both like 30 and 38, it's not that weird.
Right? So weird. Running says she was older.
Yeah, me too. It was like 26, I think. Okay. Let's go over here. Is the right one? It is. I can't promise how good the volume and stuff is because it is from the 90s. So it's probably
fucking better than all the bullshit we have now.
it may be.
I was just going to say that. It's going to be perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
He fell into last month in Rome. Friends and family members.
Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure.
I heard it good.
I got it turned up all the way, so it's just really low.
Members are devastated by his death.
Floored. Absolutely floored. I just went through this whole thing with him being in a coma in Rome, and it was kind of frightening there, and now this.
Mark Shearer looks back at
A
Cobain.
coma in Rome.
Yeah, that's where I was talking to. Sorry. Earlier, I think I was talking off when it was just us about him being revived in Rome.
That's when the doctor was saying Courtney Love over-exaggerated how much pills he ate.
Yes.
I didn't know he was in a coma, but yeah, it makes sense.
Well,
yeah, I didn't know that either, but it does. Yeah.
The other one I watched didn't mention coma. It just said he was revived. It didn't mention him being in a coma.
Well, generally, if you have an actual overdose like that, they do usually induce a coma, even if it's just for like the night, just to kind of make sure you're stabilized and shit.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's what he's referring to. Check out the hair, man. Check out the hair.
No, that radio guy was giving me vibes, man.
Giving you vibes? So,
Yeah. Bring me back to the 90s. That was cool.
He did have a DJ voice, didn't he?
Yeah, that's how you had to talk back then to get in show business.
Yeah. Plain and where
Eli's really good. Speaking of your missing co-host, Eli's really good at DJ voice. It's fucking weird.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Too bad there's not nothing that he doesn't have something like recorded where he was a DJ.
But it's everything. That dude's hair that was just saying about the coma or whatever. The hair, the clothes, it's everything. The color of the world.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Look, check out his hair. Yeah. How we
That's so funny because every time I send you 2 logo designs and one is like kind of dull and flat and like a little more matte and the other one's like colorful and bright, you're like, no, I like the other one.
Who,
I like
me?
the fucking dull and dim one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Old soul like that, I guess. Yeah. I can feel every positive thought, vibe, and prayers. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, here we go. Smells like Teen Spirit. Was that like one of his better songs, because I hear
That's-
about that one all the time.
One of Nirvana's biggest songs. That's top 5 of their songs for sure.
Well, Teen Spirit was like a deodorant back then or something. That was actually
Was
the
it?
name of
Yes, so, yes, in the 80s. Yes.
I always thought he was just talking about how a room smells after you have sex.
Well, I mean,
He was, but they also decided to make it a deodorant.
they
Oh,
did.
okay, cool. So I was
Yeah.
right.
They did. Well, actually, it was a
Team Spirit was just like sweating.
was it a deodorant?
No, I lied. The deodorant came first.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
That's what I
I
was going
think
to
Kurt
say.
Cobain came first.
The deodorant came first. Yeah.
That's why it smells like that.
As a teen in rural Aberdeen, Washington, Kurt Cobain told one writer he felt like his classmates thought he would explode one day. As it turned out,
Shout
his
out to
band
fucking
Nirvana
Aberdeen.
exploded from underground roots on
Huh?
Shout out to Aberdeen, Washington. Nobody, even Kurt Cobain claimed Everett. Nobody cares about Aberdeen.
That's why they're mentioning it now, because nobody cares.
I'm surprised they didn't say Everett or Seattle.
They might finish
That's
it out.
what
with that.
people usually say. Usually it's Seattle. Sometimes people will say Everett, which is technically more right. But yeah, he actually grew up in Auburn.
Maybe he went to school in Aberdeen. Maybe that's why they.
No, he just when he had money. Everett's it's not super rich, but in terms of Washington State, Everett's a nicer area.
Yeah.
So when he got some money, he moved over there, and that's where he started. It's kind of like how people don't want to say they're from the shitty part of town, and then when they move to the nice part of town, they just don't tell anybody where they're actually from.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not from that side of the.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Auburn's the wrong side of the tracks. Exactly.
Yep.
on independent releases to a major label debut that helped launch a musical movement centered around Seattle and a sound and style that became known as grunge.
A month before that album came out, they were practically nobodies. A month after it came out, they were spokesmen for their generation.
That 1991 album, Nevermind, shot to #1 and sold over 10 million copies. Cobain and bandmates Chris
Hi,
Novoselic
co-host.
and Dave Grohl were hauled into the mainstream they had studiously avoided. It was a rough ride with some self-inflicted bruises. When a Vanity Fair article had Cobain's wife, singer Courtney Love of the rock group Hole, boasting of heroin use during her pregnancy, Love claimed she was misquoted.
Okay,
Fuck yeah.
Go, jump.
The couple had a daughter, Frances. Seattle police were called to their house in a
That's the
domestic
best she's
dispute
ever
last
looked.
June. And Cobain has admitted heroin.
And she
use.
still looks high as fuck.
This is true. Yes.
To medicate chronic stomach pain. In March, while the 27-year-old Cobain and his wife were staying in Rome in between European concert dates, he was hospitalized in a coma for reportedly ingesting a tranquilizer and champagne. A spokesperson said the medication was prescribed for Cobain's stomach troubles. Nirvana's In Utero album, released in September of 1993, rang up sales of over 2 million. But because of its album cover art depicting...
Man, the music videos. Dude, I agree with my co-host. Take me back to the 90s. That's so cool. I love the old green screen, how it's like, it's so shitty, but it looks like you're in the cartoon.
It does.
Like, it doesn't look real at all, but it looks like a human person standing in a cartoon. It's really
like
cool.
you're superimposed in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stores wouldn't stock it. In early April, the band agreed to alterations, their management saying they wanted the CD to be available to more kids. Nirvana was dressed for success on the cover of Rolling Stone, but success wasn't suiting them well. Mark Shearer, CNN Entertainment News, New York.
What's going on, everybody out there?
You're not Kurt Cobain. Shut the fuck up.
No, you're not. There we go. So there's that one. I was hoping it would show a little bit more of his house and stuff. Some of the videos they show just like the garden, what they called it, a greenhouse. Some of them called it an atrium. Some called it a greenhouse. I'm not really sure what it was, to be honest.
I was always under the impression it was kind of like a outdoor room sort of hangout area. Like it wasn't really a building, but it was like a kind of like a greenhouse, but they all just hung out there and like fucking that's like where he would go and jam on his guitar and fucking get super high and whatever. But yeah, I was always under the impression it was like almost like his man cave, sort of. That's like where he would go to get away from fucking Courtney Love.
Right. Yeah. Because I have the last 48 hours of Kurt Cobain, and I have Courtney's Love, what she's demanding from, and I have his autopsy. So what would y'all like to see? What would y'all really like to see on Kurt Cobain? You want to do the autopsy? Let's do the autopsy.
Yeah, we can. I mean, unless you found something I don't know about yet, which is possible, I think I'm pretty caught up on what's been going on with Kurt Cobain.
Right. Would y'all like to do the autopsy, or would y'all like to just hear about what Courtney Love wants? Which is all the evidence that they've got. All the evidence. She wants it. What? Yes, the autopsy. Okay. Let's see what we have. Okay. StreamYard. Present it. Share the screen. So many steps. Okay. We will watch this one. I didn't put any credits into the description because I didn't know what videos I was going to be watching. So this is it's
fuck 'em. We're using your shit.
Rock Realm. That's who this is. Yep.
Using your shit, Rock Realm. Deal with it.
That's right.
Fucking fight me.
That's right. You got 3,000 views. You're okay. And you got 52,000 subscribers. So the autopsy so that we can understand the evidence that she wants. Okay, cool. Very good. All right. Let's go over here. Make this up. Okay. Strictly scientific and research purposes. Okay. I don't know if this is the guy that
Rock Realm, I think this is, I don't know if this is the channel I think it is or not.
let me when was this? 2 years ago.
That sounds about right. I think that's about when that third party, they might talk about him in here, but for those that don't know, not long ago, a couple years ago or so, some coroner autopsy dude just kind of out of nowhere, out of left field, just requested Kurt Cobain's autopsy and wanted to take a look at it again. And he almost immediately was like, there's no fucking way Kurt Cobain could have done that to himself.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is why now I think Courtney Love is requesting evidence and doesn't want what is it? She's requesting the evidence and doesn't want the police to get copies of it.
Yeah, she wants them to send her all of the evidence and not retain any copies.
Which isn't how that works, Courtney Love. The fuck? I mean, I know you're high, but what the fuck? It's not even how that works.
No, they don't just give you all the evidence they have and say, okay, now we have no more. She's like, I think in the news report, I'll show it on here. She says, we believe you. We're not disputing what you say it is. I just want the evidence. Well, if you're not disputing them, why do you want the evidence? Maybe because the handwritten note is not his?
Yeah, she wants to know what they actually have. Well, first of all, she wants to get rid of it, is what she's really doing. But she wants to know what they actually have now that this dude has gone back and blown out the he could have done this to himself theory.
Yeah, because there's another video out that says all of the evidence was there, but all of it wasn't gone over, but it has been re-looked at. Mm-hmm. So there's evidence there that they never tested or whatever, and now she's worried that that's what they're going to do, is test this evidence. Hi, Mrs. Smith. Welcome. Glad you are here. All right, let's get over here and let's listen to the autopsy. I hope it's loud enough for you to hear it. Oh, I think it's going to be. Hey, that's interesting.
It's officially been 30 years since the passing of Kurt Cobain. If you ask around, many people believe that Kurt's passing may have been caused by foul play. Recently, however, Tom Grant, the private investigator hired by Courtney Love to find Kurt before he passed, has posted Kurt Cobain's autopsy in its entirety. Many are skeptical of its authenticity, as Kurt's autopsy has been private for the last 3 decades. Posting on his X page, Tom Grant posted a link to a PDF, writing, "Download link for a free copy of the Kurt Cobain autopsy report." This is the first time the autopsy report has been made public. From the looks of it, Tom has his own site that's been chronicling his investigation into the death case, dating back to when Kurt was found in 1994, and it seems Grant's come to his own conclusions about it all, but the bigger point is this document that he's published. Tom claims this is the real deal. This is actually Kurt Cobain's autopsy. This isn't a fake. He claims that this is 100% the real autopsy. Although he doesn't explain...
Now, as a private investigator, could he get a hold of that?
I mean, you can get a hold of it. Sure, you could. I don't know if it would be a FOIA request.
If it was sealed, what would he be able to get?
Well, what would an autopsy? Would that be evidence, or would that be considered like a medical thing?
Well, the ME, medical examiner, does it, but it should be part of the evidence. It should be a piece of the evidence.
Then you can FOIA request that. Yeah. They're allowed to tell you to fuck off, but you can request it.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to pay for it. Now, he is the private investigator that she hired when she couldn't find him for those few days.
That's hilarious because she hired him and now he's putting the thing out there that literally shows fucking Courtney Love did it. Also, I don't know if a private investigator can get... I feel like this is a gray area. I don't think a private investigator can get information about you and then publish it online.
Right.
He might have to plead the defense of, well, I wasn't working as a PI when I did that. I was doing that as a civilian, because that seems... I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why I was like, can he get it? But he is, unless he's going to the fact that, well, she hired me. But
Well, he can get it for sure. I just don't know
Yeah.
how legal it is for a PI to like. I guess it would kind of be the same as like doctor-patient confidentiality. Like
right, yeah,
if a private investigator is being paid to collect information about somebody for somebody else, shouldn't that be between the private investigator and their client and not just
right,
put out there publicly? They're not a public investigator.
right. It's
You
true.
know, like
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's why I asked, can he do that? But he is the one that she hired to find Kurt Cobain in April before this happened. So when I heard that name, I'm like, oh, that's interesting because he is the one she hired. So maybe he had suspicions when she hired him.
I mean, I'm sure he did. I'm pretty sure everybody, like, yeah, the mainstream narrative has been it was a schmoo or schmide, but like almost everybody has been like, ugh. But he was married to Courtney Love, so like, ugh.
Yeah, I
Fucking
think
Bo
he
Burnham.
can because he is not a lawyer, more like detectives for the police. However, I could be wrong. That's a good point, too.
But I don't know if detectives are allowed, like, if a detective's working a case, he can't go home and post about it, right?
You're not saying that he can't get it. It's the posting part that you're thinking about. Like he can get it, but he's not allowed to put it out there for the public to see.
I don't know. I know I
Yeah.
could do that. Me,
Right.
as just
Yeah.
a guy, is allowed to FOIA request something, and then we
Yeah.
could do a live stream on it. But if you're doing it as a private investigator, I don't. It seems like there's some legal red tape there.
Unless he was hired by a DA or something to. But a DA really doesn't need a private investigator. They have their own way of finding things. But
Oh, right.
maybe,
The private investigator part is what makes this tricky. He has to
Yeah.
give permission. Must have had permission from the family. Has to give permission to the next of kin, according to Washington state laws.
well, Bean could have given it.
Would that be Bean or would that be Courtney? Because Bean was fucking like, was she a year old yet?
Yeah, but she next of kin that he's the daughter, so she probably could. She's grown now, so she probably would be considered next of kin.
She might have,
Yeah, she could have.
since it was 30 years ago. Would it matter? That's the other part. I don't necessarily think it, like, if you tried to take this guy to court for this, I don't think it would hold up because it has been so long. But that does seem odd that he would do that.
Yeah. I mean, something after all these years, something put him to do. Because if he's the same private investigator that she had hired originally, and now he's doing it now after all this time, something brought it to him to want to do that, right? You know what I mean? It had to have been worth it to bring all this out. I guess is what I'm saying. I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I think it's worth it, especially if, like, if this guy got his hands on the autopsy and saw the same results that everybody else saw, like, it would. It's kind of like a whistleblower situation where, like, you might get in trouble, but doing the right thing is kind of worth it. Could be one of those situations too, where he was like, "Man, I might lose my PI license, but like, fuck it."
And he may be retired now, so it may not even. I don't know how old he was in '94 when she hired him, but
Yeah, I don't know any of that. I just when it said the PI put it up publicly on his Twitter page, I was like, wait, can you even fucking? I don't know the legality of that.
maybe because he may be retired. So it may if that's the case, then
If I know if you do it as a civilian, it's perfectly legal. So like, yeah, maybe he is retired and he just decided to do it.
Yep. After all these years, he's been waiting. He's been waiting to retire so he could do it. Yeah. Let's see what it says.
Explain how he obtained it. As I said, Kurt's autopsy was never released back then, and it all had to do with some Washington state laws that prevent the disclosure of that type of info. They do release these docs to family, though. I don't know if maybe back during this investigation, maybe Courtney Love faxed or the autopsy report to Tom or something, but the only way you can get this report is either somebody in the office leaked it or a family member sent this to him. I've downloaded this PDF, and I'm going to go over it right now.
There you go.
All right, first off on this first page here, it says that Kurt's blood test results show morphine, codeine, diazepam, and nordiazepam. And then in the blood test, it shows signs of opiate.
I was trying to look at it. No way. The morphine alone, look how much that is.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what the autopsy coroner dude that the reason this guy's relevant, I forget his name right now, but the reason he's relevant is because he's like a world-class fucking coroner. Like he's known for it. He's basically famous for it. And he went over it and looked at these autopsy results and was like, Kurt Cobain would have been fucking asleep. Yep. There's no way he could have pulled that trigger. Like,
nope.
Even if he was trying to, even if that was his plan, he had done too much drugs at that point. He wouldn't have been able to.
He'd have been seeing 4 shotguns.
No, he would have just been asleep. He would have literally been unconscious.
Yeah, there's no way. With all that morphine, he'd have been asleep. No way.
And what else did they say? The fucking
codeine,
diazepam. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the diazepam.
And here's another type of morphine. No way.
Shit. Diazepam, nordiazepam, and morphine. Yeah. So not only the morphine alone, but all the other drugs are also heavy sedatives.
Yeah, there's no way. No way he would have been night. He wouldn't have even known if there was a 10-course band in there. 10-piece band. He'd have never, and they could have been playing loud.
That's a good point. Nirvana could have been in the studio fucking recording a drum session and he would have been asleep.
Yes. So he would have never heard all those people. Well, when I say all those people, I think 3, but that's just me, come in there. He wouldn't have heard them. He wouldn't have even stirred.
Benzodiazepines, which isn't surprising. Kurt obviously had a very high dose of heroin in his system when he passed. The benzodiazepines are interesting, though. I've never heard this before.
On top of heroin.
I mean, people
all that on top of it. No, but I'm just saying he had all that and heroin, and you're going to tell me?
Oh yeah. As far as him being awake, yeah, all that plus heroin is fucking. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
I like how it says confidential, do not copy.
Yeah, confidential, do not copy.
Well.
Well, technically he didn't. He did put it on a PDF.
No, this is all completely legal. It's just funny because now you could take a screenshot and like technically didn't copy it, but also I got it now.
Right. And well, he says there is a QR. I don't think he said a QR code. I'm so used to QR codes now. There's a link or something here you can go to and get your own copy of the autopsy report.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can download the PDF, but it's just
Yeah.
funny because like they didn't in '94 when they fucking made this, they didn't understand that eventually in 30 years someone's just gonna be able to pull this up on the internet and click 2 buttons and save
Yeah.
it to their phone.
Yeah, so they have put "do not copy" with the big
Yeah,
stamp.
so they put the official stamp 30 years later, like, haha, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, the person that used to use the rubber stamp no longer has a job now because we don't have to do this.
Printed out the physical autopsy. I printed it out, whole thing. It's about 6 pages long. So I'm just gonna record this and I'm gonna read it. I already read the first page of this. So flipping the second page here. I don't know if there's anything interesting in this report. This seems legit though. Like, it's from the King County, state of Washington. This is from the medical examiner. This might be legit. Alright, so let's read this page here. An inquiry into the death of Kurt Donald Cobain, aged 27 years, was conducted by the King County Medical Examiner. This inquiry included investigation and documentation of circumstances surrounding death, as well as post-mortem examination of the descendant, which did include autopsy. It has been determined that the death occurred at 7:18 hours on Tuesday, 5th April 1994, located at 171 Lake Washington Boulevard. This is the summary of circumstances surrounding death. Death was reported at 10:30 hours, April 8th, 1994, by Seattle police. According to the investigation, a workman discovered Mr. Cobain dead.
Okay, so they just said April 8th, right?
Yeah.
What did he say? So they made his death date April 8th? But when you look him up, it says April 5th. Wait. Death occurred on April 5th. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say that might just be the date of this specific document.
And I didn't know it, but he's a year older than me. Okay. Actually, he's almost 2 years older than me. I didn't realize that. Okay.
At home at approximately 0900 hours, April 8th, 1994. The deceased had a wound to the head. A shotgun was found at the scene. A note indicating tent was found in the residence. And this is signed. I don't know if I should say the guy's name. I don't know. Like, I guess you could run this name and see if this guy's an actual medical examiner. I'm not going to say his name. If you guys want to read the report, like, it's pretty easy to find right now. And it says the cause of death on this is a contact perforating shotgun wound to the head. And then this is the opinion.
I mean,
this 27-year-old male was found
Huh?
I mean, yeah. That'll do it.
Yep. Yep. For sure.
unresponsive at his place of residence. His death is attributed to a contact-penetrating shotgun wound to the head. In view of the scene and circumstances surrounding his death, the manner of death is classified as... This is the real report. I recognize this guy's name. So at the bottom, this is signed by Nicholas Hartshorn, who, if you guys read my, or watched my documentary, like that's in there. This is the guy who did it. So I think this actually may have some authenticity to it. I was a little skeptical, but like now I'm actually holding this thing in my hands. All right, here we go. This is the scene note. On April 8th, 1994, he received a call at King County Medical Examiner's office at approximately 1100 hours regarding the presence of a death at 171 Lake Washington Boulevard. I left the office at approximately 11:05 hours and arrived at the scene at 11:25 hours.
You weren't very far
I was in the company
away.
of Dr. Donald Ray, MD, and at the scene we were met by members of Seattle Police Department. The scene is that of a house with a detached two-car garage with an atrium over the garage. We are directed to the back of the garage, up a set of stairs into the atrium. The victim is lying in the atrium supine in a west-east direction. Garments on the front of the body are open and consist of a white, blue, and yellow patterned long-sleeve button-up shirt, a white cotton-type t-shirt with long sleeve with two black figures inscribed on the front, a pair of blue denim Levi button-fly jeans, which are appropriately fastened, and a black leather-type belt, is appropriately threaded through the belt loops and fashioned. Unbuttoning the pants reveals an underlying pair of camouflage pants, underlying pair of gray sweatpants, an underlying pair of white thermal underwear, and an underlying pair of white Y front briefs.
He had like 4 pairs of pants on.
Yeah, it's drugs. Drugs. I don't know what the fuck that is, but drug people wear lots of clothes. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
it's
think that was-
weird. Huh?
So you think he did that all the time?
Maybe not all the time, but I
Yeah.
mean, he was on a fucking heavy dose of drugs, and that's absolutely a drug thing. I don't know what exactly. I don't know if it's like a regulation thing or what, but no, yeah, lots of drug addicts wear like a pair of underwear and then like a pair of long underwear and then sweatpants and then jeans and then like fucking cargo pants over it. Like, I don't know what it is, but
Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
I read he would layer clothes.
To bulk up. I read he would layer clothes to bulk up. Okay. Because he was kind of skinny. Yeah, they have to be, they have to be real thorough when they do their reports and stuff. They have to be real thorough with that. Okay, you ready? Layered his clothes. I didn't know that he layered his clothes, but okay. Did he just layer his
There might have
pants?
been
Well, no, he had a shirt and he had 2 shirts on, didn't he? Okay.
it might have been a way for like, so he didn't look, if he was on camera or someone took a picture of him or whatever, he didn't look super emaciated and like a heroin addict.
Gotcha. Okay. So he didn't look sick?
Yeah, pretty much. So he didn't look like he weighed 100 fucking pounds.
When he probably did. Okay.
The feet are clad, and that is weird. So apparently, according to this report, Kurt was wearing 3 pairs of pants. The body is that of a Caucasian male, and rigidity is easily broken. To the left side of the head, there's a large amount of blood matter extruding from the left external auditory canal. The face, in addition, is streaked with blood. There's considerable drawing artifact around the eyes, and the eyes sink into the orbits with... Oh, I'm not a medical examiner, guys. I'm doing my best here. Opacification of the cornea. Clasped in the left hand is a 20-gauge...
In other words, his eye was messed up. Is what that sounds like.
Semi-automatic shotgun with the left thumb and left index finger around the barrel. The barrel lies against the chest of the victim. Examination of the head reveals an apparent penetrating shotgun wound to the mouth. Examination of the hands show considerable drawing artifact over the palmar surfaces. Noted on the hands or on the left wrist is a black banded wristwatch with a human face on the face and a white hospital identification band reading Cobain Kurt. In addition, on the right hand are 3 rings, a white metal ring with a green stone, a white metal ring with black stone, and a yellow metal ring.
He had just come from rehab. He had just checked himself out of rehab. So that's why he still had that hospital band on, because he had checked himself out of rehab and came back. I didn't know who he was until you looked him up last time we brought him up. Good. You got your little kind of like a little history on him there. That's good. Casey's having trouble coming. He'll be back. We have had so much audio and StreamYard issues. They were having it last night. We were having it the last time I had my live. Tonight when I tried to get on, it was telling me that there's a lot of people on StreamYard. So it's heavy traffic and they're trying to learn how to navigate that. So there's that. There's StreamYard that's like messing up. So it's been all kinds of technical issues. So we are trying. I was afraid I wasn't even going to be able to get on here tonight because, like I said, when I logged in, it was like, well, it's heavy traffic. So we're trying to learn how to navigate it. And I'm like, Great. So it's been like this for like a week now. It's kind of weird. Yeah. It at least it's all of us. You know what I mean? At least it's all our whole group and not just one of us. So he was 125 pounds to 132 pounds at death. If he out of rehab, he probably picked up good. He may have, yeah, because he was actually eating. Yeah. But I don't think he was in there for very long, like maybe 3 or 4 days, maybe. It happened to stuck for, yeah. Yeah, see, I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know if everybody's on it all of a sudden or, I'm not sure. Pushed our life from yesterday to maybe tomorrow. Yeah, it's pain in the butt when the internet messes up like that. No, that isn't. And I don't know how tall he was, so StreamYard booted me. I'm trying to get back. Yeah, take your time. I understand. Do I need to send? You have the link, though, right? You still have the link. Oh, he had bad weather. We don't have bad weather. It's hot. We've got a drought here. So we're not having like storm or anything. We're just having excessive heat. Like it was 105 today. And that was the temperature. That wasn't even feels like. I think it was 116 feels like today. So he was 5'9". Oh, that's skinny for 5'9". 120, 125 pounds is skinny for 5'9".
Yeah, Kurt Cobain was like really sick when he died. I mean, obviously, but yeah it was worse than people thought it was.
I know he said, and he got criticism for this too. He said that the reason he took, which I get it, when they take drugs and stuff, they make excuses for why they take them. I get it. I mean, none of them really say, well, they probably do, but I don't know. That I just want to take them, so I take them. Most people have an excuse for why they take them. His was, it makes him like people better because he hates people. And his other excuse was his stomach. He had a bad stomach.
Me too.
Now, the pain part of having a bad stomach, I get it.
I don't think heroin helps that.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think heroin helps the pain. So, I mean, I get it when your stomach's messed up, but that was his excuse for it. That's what he said.
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, I don't think. I think they're just excuses, but I mean, for the type of personality that he had, I'm surprised he just didn't say, "Because I want to do it." Because he kind of had that type of personality, I think.
He did in his own way. Like, he never fully came out and was like, oh, I love heroin. But he was like, I don't know. I just want to do what I want to do. Like, just whatever I want to do, that's kind of what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't say it, but he said a couple of things where you're like, oh, but he's talking about he likes getting high.
Yeah. But all the
I think
videos,
there's also the part of addicts that knows they're kind of being pieces of shit, and so they try to rationalize it like well, it helps me with my art, and it helps me be more sociable and like people more, and it helps me with my stomach, and it this and that. When in reality, you're just a fucking drug addict.
Yeah.
On the left hand is a white metal ring and a yellow metal ring. Rolling back the sleeves reveals an apparent recent needle puncture wound and needle tracks on the right forearm extending into the right. The body is searched for myself and investigator. Present in the right front jeans pocket is $62 in bills and $1 in quarters. Present in the left jeans front pockets are miscellaneous.
Fuck yeah, $62 and $1 in quarters, probably for the bus.
Probably was because he left rehab. He checked himself out of rehab.
That's what I'm
why.
saying. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
this fucking Seattle boy is always gonna have a couple bucks and change for the bus.
Yeah, that's why he had that hospital band around his arm, because he hadn't even taken it off.
Yeah, that's
So
right. Yeah,
So how many days do you think actually he had been there? Because she didn't know where he was at. He was in rehab and then he checked himself out. That's why she didn't know where he was at. So
probably
she
day
didn't know.
or two, long
'Cause
enough to come down.
I think he was either in Los Angeles or Las Vegas for rehab. He flew back to, I think he was in Los Angeles. He flew back to Seattle and she didn't know where he was at. So that's why she hired the private investigator. So he couldn't have been out of the rehab very long when this happened.
He probably checked himself in long enough to come down, and they'll give you like whatever they give you to help with withdrawals and coming down and shit. And then once he was stable, you're not stable, but once he'd come down, he flew back to Seattle, and who knows what his plan was, because like if you're a heroin addict, just don't go to Seattle. That's like where all of it is.
Because I mean, I kind of feel like when he landed there, he just went to a hotel or something just to stay away from her. Because rehab called her when he checked himself out.
Well, maybe. Depends on if she's on the like emergency contact paperwork. You would think she would be, but maybe not. Maybe he didn't want her, like he didn't give them her information.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I think it's just really sad how he checked himself out and then like days later he's dead. It's almost like he'd have been safer if he'd stayed in rehab.
Well, yeah. I mean, straight up. Everyone would be safer if they're in rehab.
Yeah. Yeah, they would need a release of information. Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Maybe instead of her, you put like, I don't know, a family member or one of his friends, fucking Dave Grohl, his bandmate. Like, I don't know, there's a bunch of people he could have put that's not his wife.
Right.
Who it seems like he didn't really want to be with, like, the whole, I would even say like year or two before leading up to his death. He didn't seem like he really wanted to be with her. They were drug buddies, and you get used to getting high with someone, and it's, as much as you might not want to be around them, it also feels weird if they're gone and you're like getting high without them.
He'd only been married to her for 2 years. They got married in 92.
Yeah, they were together for a little while, and it seemed like after the honeymoon phase wore off, he was like, great, now I gotta fucking feed this bitch's addiction too. God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you won't kick him out because it's a trauma bond thing.
Right.
Like, you want your person there to give you comfort. You fucking hate that person and they make your life worse.
Right.
You can't.
Bye, Duck.
You can't convince yourself to get rid of them. Bye, Duck.
Right. And he sure should have, in my opinion.
Should have probably just never got with her in the first place. But
that's true.
Like, I also don't know what she's not pretty. Even when she's done up, she's not. Kurt Cobain could have walked up to any woman on the planet and said, hi, I'm Kurt Cobain. Fucking, you're in. Yeah. I don't know why he chose her.
Yeah, I don't either. Unless she was just so narcissistic that she just...
I mean, I'm sure she was fun to party with for like a day or two, but I don't know why he stuck around.
I feel like she would flip out if he... Like, she would threaten to flip out if he left.
Fucking bummer, bitch. I'm a rock star. Bye. See ya.
Yeah. You go sing.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
After being together for a year, I can understand her throwing a fit and he doesn't want to deal with it and whatever. If you're hanging out for a weekend, like, all right, well, I'm in Nirvana, so fucking bye. I'm gonna go be in Nirvana.
Yeah.
Now.
You're like a groupie, you know.
That's what she was. She was a fucking groupie that actually started banging rock stars somehow, and then she pretended she had a music career, but really, she was just banging rock stars.
Crazy.
And also banging rocks as well. That's a term for doing drugs for those out there who didn't catch that one.
And wanted to wear them, I'm sure.
I didn't seem like they spent all their money on fucking heroin. Didn't seem like they spent a lot on jewelry.
Yeah. I wonder
That's
why.
because they fucking pawned it all for... Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, for the other rock. Yeah.
His papers, an address book, a lighter, and $1.86 in coinage and bills. Present in the right rear jeans pocket is a Delta Airlines passenger receipt, flight tickets from Los Angeles to Seattle dated April 1st.
Okay, there you go. April 1st. He flew on April 1st back from Los Angeles. So
and
4
didn't go
days.
Home for a few days.
Yeah, he didn't go home for a few days. I don't blame him. Be honest.
I don't know. She was cool.
She had to have been notified of him checking out. If she already had a private detective investigator looking for him.
I mean, I'm sure she knew, but the rehab didn't necessarily have to tell her.
Yeah.
Like, she definitely knew. She keeps claiming she doesn't know where he was. Fucking yes, you do. You know where his flop spot is.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Because the report said he was seen in Seattle, but nobody knows where he went.
Wherever he would go to fucking do drugs, that's where he went. Like, Courtney Love knows where he was at. She just doesn't know.
Yeah. And I believe in one of the videos I watched, it showed the hotel room that he stayed in for a couple of days that nobody knew where he was at. It was
hanging out in the streets of... I can think of like 17 places off the top of my head in Seattle that I would want to go get high at if I was a drug addict.
Yeah.
If I was trying to avoid my wife and avoid my band and avoid the paparazzi, I can think of so many places right now, like under bridges and on top of buildings and like back in the kind of woodsy areas around Auburn and shit. Like, it's so easy to disappear in Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah. And she knew that too. But I think the thing was that I don't think she was worried about him. She was worried about controlling him.
Or she was out of drugs and she needed him to come home to get her some drugs.
That too. That too. Yep. Yep.
Seattle deep woods, not necessarily Seattle, but like up towards Everett gets a little woodsy. Auburn's woodsy. If you go a little north, I guess that would be northeast of Seattle, you start to get back into the woods. And if you go a little even south, like not that far, you end up on some of the beaches in Washington, which are fine, I guess. But like, I don't know, if you want to go flop out on heroin for a couple of days, go to the beach, man.
So where he was at, was it woodsy where he was at, or was he like mainly town where he was at?
He would have been close enough to woodsy that he could have gone out there and hung out. Like, I don't think he was like living in the woods or anything. I just didn't like go on a hike for a day and fucking do some heroin and pass out for a few hours and go back to a hotel.
Right.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
In the left jeans pocket is an airline ticket from Seattle to Los Angeles, dated the 30th of March. Examination of the miscellaneous papers in the left front pocket reveals some writing in a black ink. Remington 20-gauge shells or shorter, set up for light shot. An ambient temperature of 61 degrees is recorded at 11:30 hours, and a core temperature of 61 degrees is recorded at 11:40 hours. Other observations at the scene include an expended 20-gauge yellow shotgun shell to the left of the body, and lying adjacent to the right of the body is a cigar box with a hypodermic insulin-type needle contained within. In addition, a small glycerin piece of plastic paper is located to the left of the body, containing a small...
Now, depending on what hand he was, left or right, depending on where the shell casing would have landed.
Well, I really hope they get into where that's a big part of this that I'm hoping they're about to cover. And if not, I'll say it, but
Okay.
that's kind of the smoking gun here. Almost pun intended.
Right. Yep. And whoever set that up, in my opinion, allegedly, didn't take that into consideration.
Yeah, it's almost like some people don't understand how ballistics work. Which, to be fair, up until like I was a full-on adult before that clicked in my head. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not how fucking shotguns work. Hold on.
He was left-handed? Okay. Let's go back and listen to that. Let's see.
of the body is a cigar box with a hypodermic insulin-type needle. It is recorded at 11:30 hours, and a core temperature of 61 degrees is recorded at 11:40 hours. Other observations at the scene include an expended 20-gauge yellow shotgun shell to the left of the body, and lying adjacent to the right of the body is a cigar box with a hypodermic insulin-type needle contained within. In addition, a small glycerin piece of plastic paper is located to the left of the body, containing a small residual black foreign body tar-like material. There are numerous shards of glass present across the floor at the atrium, and these appear to have come from the pane of glass at the door where paramedics obtained entrance to the secured room. I depart the scene at 1200 hours. So that was the incident report. I read it in its entirety. Now we're going to kind of skim through the actual autopsy itself. So this is where the official autopsy report starts. This is page 4 of the document. This is essentially needle track marks. They've taken record of the needle track marks. These are external body markings. There is a half-inch non-professional blue-black tattoo of a question mark located over the dorsal surface of the left forearm.
Hey, man. Yeah, that's fucked up. Calling out his kitchen tap? Fuck you.
I know the minute he said non-professional, I'm like, oh, I better stop in case he's going to have something to say.
Hey, fuck you. My first tattoo was done in the kitchen, too.
Now, we can't be picking on people's tattoos, right? Not everybody can afford a professional tattoo, right?
I love shit tattoos. I think all tattoos should be shit tattoos.
And I'm sure he got it on one of his many trips. And
Or
I mean,
he
literally
did it on himself.
That's true.
Forearm. And then, all right, here we go. This is the external evidence of injury. There is obviously the shotgun wound. This is information with the entrance wound and the path of the wound. So this seems very real for an autopsy report. Like, this is very detailed. If this was a fake, this is a damn good fake. I'm gonna flip the page here. There's a lot of medical talk there, and I actually have the pictures of the report up right now on screen, as you guys can see. So I'm sure you're reading along with me here. This is more of the entrance wounds and exit wounds. There's abrasions marked down. I don't know if YouTube will let me read some of these really gritty details here, but you guys are reading them on screen right now, so that's kind of a workaround here.
Located over the region of the right patella, an oval-shaped brown healing regimen or abrasion. That's interesting. Over his right knee.
Yeah. But does it say?
Located over the dorsal surface of the left foot, an inch brown
No, it
healing.
doesn't say that.
No. He had a lot of abrasions that were healing. Look at these. Here,
That's what the Huron does to you.
here.
Makes your skin real thin and like you touch anything and you get a little abrasion.
Gotcha.
It's crazy how drugs are like really bad for you.
Yeah, crazy, ain't it? Located over the left lateral cheek at the angle of the sandal. Is that sandible? 2 1/4 inch orange brown regions of abrasion over the left lateral cheek. That's probably from the shotgun.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Now we are on to the actual autopsy report here. So this starts with neck. A layered dissection of the soft tissue, muscular, and bony structures of the neck demonstrates no significant abnormalities with the usual atomic relationships preserved. This is pretty graphic, so I'm going to skip it. This is just the heart weighs 275 grams. Everything looks good. So this is just your typical autopsy report when you get down to this part here. No evidence of disease or injury. There is no consolidation or enlargement of the air spaces.
Well, you can't have disease when all that you're taking all that drugs. It'll definitely keep the disease out.
I mean, they might be talking about like HIV and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, they may be, yeah.
Pulmonary vessels are normally disposed and unremarkable. Now we get to the last page. This is the interesting page. This is the page with what they guess they have as a diagram on the very last page of the autopsy. So I'm going to leave that on the screen for you guys to read that. But that actually does it for the autopsy.
So they don't show it on here. I mean, they don't like point it out, right? But they drew it.
What?
I would thought they would point up here, like where it was at, where the gunshot wound was at.
The head went away?
Yeah, I would have thought they would have. They did everything else that's not important, and then they don't even put that up there. So I would have thought they would have.
What I was hoping they would get to. Well, they might. There's a little bit left, but
There's a little bit left. Let's see what he says.
Wow, I didn't actually. This kind of flew under my radar. I didn't know that this was ever released. It's been out quietly. This thing has been out for like 2 months. I just found it a couple days ago, and I thought that I'd want to come on here and read it because, I haven't heard anyone talk about it. I haven't heard anybody say anything about it. So I don't know what caused this to be released. How Tom Grant even has a copy of this. Because I've tried to get. I'm sure lots of people who are interested in this case have actually tried to have the autopsy records sent to them. But the state of Washington has extremely tight laws when it comes to that. You can only be a direct family member to receive this, and you have to, show proof, and it's a whole process. So the fact that this is leaked is, honestly, I don't know. It looks very real, though. There's a phone number, there's a fax number, there's agency case numbers, and yeah, man, you guys can take a look for yourself. I'm actually going to link it in the description. The link where I got this from, it's on Tom Grant's website, but I'm going to link it in the description below anyways, and that's all for today. 30 years since Kurt died. It's still crazy now. And that's going to do it for today.
Hold on. Well, I don't want to look at you. I'll take you down.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go that route and get your video age restricted, but
well, that one is about. It's the lawyer. It's a lawyer, and he talks about the case about Courtney. Is she guilty or not? So he talks about
yes,
drugs, and he talks about some, what they said it was, but what it really isn't.
Mhm.
And so that's probably the S word is in there. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
that's why they made it like that.
Yeah.
But hold on, let me go to. Oh man.
What does the PI find fishy about this case?
Yeah, it's
Well, the same thing that anybody who understands ballistics and how fucking shotguns work find fishy about this case. Do you guys know how when you put a shotgun shell in a shotgun and then you fire the round and then you pump it, it comes out the little ejection port, like the empty shell gets ejected out of the firearm, thereby clearing it so you can put another one in there? Does someone want to explain to me how the only time in fucking history when Kurt Cobain allegedly pulled that trigger, somehow the shell casing came out the opposite side from where the shell exit port is?
and it should have
Meaning
landed. It
that the
should have
gun
went.
was fired from completely 180 degrees in the other direction. As in, somebody was standing over him, fired it, and then put the gun on top of him, but doesn't understand how fucking ballistics work.
And pressed his hands on it.
So,
And
oops.
if he had a done it, which is it can be done with a shotgun, but it's hard. It can be done with a shotgun if you're tall enough and strong enough, and you can figure out how to do it. But the reality was, if I'm not mistaken, the bullet, if he had done it, would be behind his head,
It would have been on.
not down to his side.
They said it was on. They said they found the yellow shotgun casing on the left, right?
Right.
So the way it would have been positioned, the exit port, first of all, I didn't even think about this part. Who the fuck racked it? Why did a shell come out? Who racked that shotgun?
Yeah.
It wasn't Kurt Cobain.
Mm-mm.
So first of all, the fact that there's a shell there at all means somebody racked that gun. But the way it was positioned, it would have come out to the right, and yeah, probably bounced up and did some other shit because shell casings do weird shit.
Yeah.
But it was on the left.
Yep.
So that's pretty weird, huh? Almost like it fucking got up and walked over to the other side of him for some reason.
Right.
And also, yeah, why the fuck? Why was there a shell casing on the ground at all? If you would have just done that, I mean, unless that shotgun had an auto eject, but then why would you load multiple shells if you're gonna?
Well, a Remington. I don't know if that Remington did. It was a Remington.
Well, whether.
I mean, gun manufacturers do make theirs a little bit different.
No, I've seen a couple people go over. They went out and bought the actual model of that shotgun and like set everything up, and were like, "So that's weird. The fucking shell should go that way, not to the left."
That's what and behind him.
But I'm just trying to remember if.
How would it go down by his leg?
Well, I'm also trying to remember if that specific shotgun has an auto eject, because some of them you have to rack it to pop the shell out. Some of them it does it for you.
Yeah. I guess it would depend on the exact model. It said, I don't think I know he said Remington, but I don't think he gave the.
I would have to look into that, but I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
who the fuck racked the shotgun?
First of all, he could have never done it because he was passed out with all that morphine and different stuff. He wasn't even awake.
Yeah, before we even get to the gunshot, he was fucking unconscious, so there's no way. But even if we put that to the side, that was the one thing, that autopsy dude that I've been talking about, that was the one thing where he was like, that shotgun shell should not have landed like that. There's no way. It's like
Right.
damn near impossible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And for him to have it up there with him, it wouldn't really be a surprise if he was worried about people breaking in. You know, if he was that paranoid, him carrying it with him wouldn't have been a thing. Because here in the South, we carry guns everywhere.
Yeah.
So for him to have one with him, that wasn't. I mean, people are like, well, why he carried it up there, intended to do that? Not necessarily. If he was paranoid already about people breaking in,
plot twist, he didn't carry it up there.
He didn't carry it up there. Yeah.
Plot twist, somebody waited for him to fucking nod out and they carried it up there. And then they also pulled the trigger. Courtney Love killed Kurt Cobain.
Plot twist.
Or she may have paid one of his friends to do it, but somebody murdered Kurt Cobain is what we're getting at here.
Yeah. And he may not even have put all that in his system.
Oh, I doubt it.
He may have been, given that.
Well, it's a weird cocktail of shit.
It is.
To be taking morphine and tranquilizers? Like, no, I know he liked to party, but damn.
Well, you take morphine for pain and to go to sleep. If you're in pain and you want to go to sleep, why would you? You're not planning on pow-powing yourself if you're going to take morphine and go to sleep.
Well, and also the what was it?
Diazepam?
Diazepam, yeah, thank you. The heavy dose of an actual tranquilizer. Like, heroin addicts like the heroin high because it keeps you in a weird, it's dream-like. It's like the first couple of minutes after you wake up and you're in that weird fog of like kind of asleep, kind of awake.
Yeah.
So that's like what a lot of opioid users are looking for, is that spaced out fucking brr.
Yeah.
If you take a bunch of tranquilizers, first of all, they're going to put you to sleep. But even if they don't put you to sleep, it's not the same high. I don't understand.
Yeah, you're asleep.
It's a weird mix of shit.
Yeah. But if you're so asleep and knocked out, Michael Jackson, you won't know that somebody's coming in there to murder you.
Mm-hmm.
You won't be able to fight back.
Remington Model 1120. Oh, it is a semi-auto? Okay, so it probably does have a port ejection, self-ejection thing. All right, well, fine. The shotgun racked itself. That's the answer to that question.
Yeah.
But either way, there's a
still
lot of questions about why that shell landed where it did.
Yeah. And this right here, if I brought the right one up, this one right here.
We have covered.
Yes, this is it. And this right here does not help her case, in my opinion, whatsoever. This does not help her at all.
Plenty of cold cases on this show, but I will say few have sparked the kind of debate that has followed the death of Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain. And I say that because more than 3 decades after he was found dead, there is a newly discovered letter that is adding just a lot more fuel to that debate. About 1.5 years after Cobain was found dead from a gunshot wound to the head at his Seattle home, The attorney for his widow, Courtney Love, had apparently asked the Seattle Police Department to turn over the entire case file about his death and requested that no copies remain with the department.
Huh.
How do you say I'm not guilty without
I
saying?
wonder why they would want to do that. That's weird.
I don't, Ronnie. I don't see how he could have.
Oh no, he was fucking unconscious, like
Yeah,
asleep, like fucking done for. He didn't feel a thing. Didn't even know it happened.
there could have been a rave in there, and he wouldn't have known it.
You could have ran up and kicked him in the side of the fucking head, and he wouldn't have reacted to it. Like he was out. He was more than likely would have overdosed on that anyway.
Yeah,
The shotgun was just kind of to make sure.
yeah, right. His heart would have stopped probably, or his lungs. He would have stopped breathing.
Or fucking vomit and not roll over. And
That's
like,
true. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
The letter also said that Love and Cobain's estate fully accepted the police conclusion that his death was a suicide, that the matter...
Oh, how nice of them. They accept it.
Oh, cool.
They accept it, but they still want all the evidence.
Right. We believe you and we believe what you're saying, but can I have everything that you have to base that decision off of?
Yeah, and then I want you to destroy anything you've got left or copies.
That part's insane. I can't believe they requested that. That's fucking wild. I can understand saying I want all the evidence, but then saying, and I don't want the police department to have it. Fucking, but what you need to come talk to this guy because we got some questions.
Yeah, we got lots of questions. Yeah.
You need to fucking come talk to my friend, Detective. What the fuck are you doing, Courtney Love?
Yeah, that's funny. Let's hear that again.
apparently asked the Seattle Police Department to turn over the entire case file about his death and requested that no copies remain with the department. The letter also said that Love and Cobain's estate fully accepted the police conclusion that his death was a suicide, that the matter could be closed. But the Seattle Police Department refused to hand over the original file, citing its obligation to preserve public records. This discovery, by the way, just comes months after another memo revealed that Love had apparently also asked whether crime scene photographs could be destroyed, a request that police also denied.
How about that? Not only does she wants the crime scene photos destroyed. Hello?
I wonder why. Maybe because there's a photo of a shotgun shell on the wrong fucking side of his corpse. Maybe that's why.
Maybe it's the way his hand is on the shotgun.
That's weird too, yeah. How he's still fully holding it, not like, you know, limp, like, I don't know, every other corpse I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there no time statue for Schmurmer and all the No, you can be tried for Schmurmer 100 years later.
Yep. That is a stupid move. It is crazy. I mean, it's saying I'm not guilty, but I am. I mean, it's fully saying, don't look over here. Just destroy all the evidence, and that way we don't have to work. She has been worried for 30 years. That's what that tells me.
Yeah, no
She has been stressing for 30 years. That's what it is. Now,
police evidence was never destroyed. Exactly, Grey Wolf. The cops aren't going to fucking delete that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's not how that works.
I don't know how her and her daughter get along, but if I was so little that I couldn't remember my dad, and through life she's heard rumors and she's heard stories and she's seen her dad's past and everything, you got to know she's got to maybe question it. Maybe she's questioning things, maybe she wants to know.
I mean, I'm sure she does want to know, but as far as I can tell, it seems like Frances is just kind of doing her own thing. I don't think she's like that close with her mom. I don't.
Yeah.
She's just she fucking married Riley Hawk, and now she's just doing whatever they're doing. They have a kid, so they're like raising a child, and
Yeah.
Riley
That's what I'm
Hawk
saying. Maybe she just wants for her own closure, for her own self, really want to know. And I can get that.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah. That if for her own self closure, this has.
It would make sense. I mean, your entire life, you're surrounded with this weird mystery of what happened to your dad, and you're watching your mom just be a fucking complete nutcase your whole life. I'm sure at a certain point you start to think, like, damn, my mom is kind of crazy. Like, did she fucking do something?
Mm-hmm. But kudos to the police department because they're like, nah, you're not getting anything.
Fuck, you crazy bitch.
And we're not destroying nothing. Nah, you crazy. And the lawyer even did it. What lawyer? He should have just told her, look, you're better off just being.
He just charged her fucking. He was like, yeah, I can do that for another $3,000. He just charged her a bunch. He knew it wasn't going to work.
Yeah. And probably told her, well, we'll see. Sometimes they will do stuff like that after cases are so old. He probably gave her that kind of crap.
Yeah, that was just a way for that lawyer to get some money out of her. He was like, all right.
Yep.
Official ruling has remained the same since 1994.
There it is, Casey.
Right. So you see how there's no ejection port on the left side of that?
Yeah.
So how then would the bullet have come out the side where there's no ejection port?
Yeah, and go by his leg.
You want to answer that one, Courtney Love? Because, we've all been waiting for that answer for 30 fucking years.
Mm-hmm. And did they do fingerprints on the gun?
That part I'm not sure.
Maybe that's what they have in the evidence.
That's a pretty easy excuse, though. It was the home self-defense gun. Kurt wanted me to know how to shoot it, too. Yeah, my fingerprints are on it.
But if her fingerprint is the only fingerprint on the trigger,
it wouldn't be. I'm sure his are on it. I'm sure his fucking buddies, with Washington bonfires are mostly an excuse to shoot beer cans out of trees and shit. I'm sure all his buddies shot it. I'm sure she shot it. I'm sure, I doubt his and her prints are the only prints on that gun.
Yeah, that's true.
That's that's half the reason people go camping in Washington is just, I want to shoot my shotgun. I'm bored. Let's go out to the woods.
Yeah.
Suicide. But there is a growing group of forensic researchers, including the investigative team who killed Kurt.
This guy right here is the reason that whole case is messed up.
Argue the evidence deserves a fresh look.
This guy right here.
They point to their claims that Cobain received a massive heroin dose.
Okay, so there's his band he had on from being at the rehab. This is him.
Yeah.
Before the gunshot, question whether he could have physically fired the weapon, say that other evidence warrants a new investigation. They've presented a peer-reviewed analysis to Seattle police, but apparently the department declined to reopen the case, continued to stand by its original conclusion. Joining us now is retired Seattle Police Captain Neil Lowe. He once reviewed the case, supported the suicide ruling, but he's since changed his view. Now believes that Kurt Cobain was a homicide victim. It's good to see you again. Let me ask you this. Is it unusual that a family or family member would ask for the only copy, everything to go to them? Because a part of me is wondering, Kobe Bryant, right? You're dealing with a celebrity. You don't want anything leaked. You want anything out there. Keep it with the family.
That's correct. In 50 years of police work, I've never seen anything like this. Most people want it to go away. They don't want to think about it.
Okay.
Well, that fucking pretty much sums that shit up, huh?
Well, she has done something nobody's done in 50 years.
That's impressive, I guess. Good for her.
They don't want to see it. They don't want to have reminders of it. So for her to say, I want the gun back. I want all the paperwork.
Oh, I didn't know she asked for the gun back.
Of course, yeah.
I knew she asked for the evidence back. I didn't know she wanted the gun back.
Her house is getting broken into. She needs that gun back.
Why? Okay, now you're just off your rocker if you want the gun back. Because it's got evidence. I'm telling you, it's got evidence on it.
Oh, 100%. His fucking brain is on the end of that gun.
I want the pictures. And for an attorney to push that narrative forward, to actually ask for it, boggles my mind.
I just said that.
Attorney,
I just said that. I'm like, what attorney in their right mind would freaking say, yeah, this is a good idea?
One who knows he can charge her way too much money to get told no.
That's the only thing. Or unless Courtney's giving him something.
Yeah, money.
Other than money.
Gross. Now he has fucking herpetogonosyphilitis.
What?
I just
Say
assume
that
she has all of them, you know?
Say that again.
Herpetogonosyphilitis?
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, she just kind of has all of them, you know?
Probably.
It's like playing Russian roulette with STDs. You
Yeah.
never know.
Oh my gosh. This is better pictures than this is what I was kind of looking for. So this is showing you some good shots of where he was at.
Right. So it's like not a greenhouse per se, but it's like a little shed area.
Sorry, I didn't mean to start. Yeah, because you see it's got the glass right here, so light can come in. So it's probably for plants. You can set potted plants up here all the way around, and you can
plants are just like, it rains a lot over there, so it rains almost every day over there. So a lot of buildings it's like your outside building, so you can have all the windows and sit outside, but you're not in the rain.
Yeah. Okay.
So like it would work as a greenhouse, yeah, but it's more of just like a man cave, kind of. They probably just hung out there.
Yeah.
I mean, did heroin, obviously, but...
Yeah, and I don't think it's there anymore. I think the new owners tore it down.
Fair enough. I wouldn't have. I would have left that forever, but...
Yeah, I wouldn't have tore it down either, but I think, I could be wrong, but I think I seen a thing on it where they've done some renovations and stuff, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I get it. You don't want to have same reason the fucking John Benet Ramsey house won't sell.
And you don't want people driving and you become a tourist attraction, you know. Which
yeah, there is a good bit of that too.
Yeah.
anybody should know how the system works. They should. Coluccio was the one that she had do the work, and I think, you know, I'm going to guess that he probably wrote a letter like a lot of us have attorneys write letters just to make people go away or see what you can get away with. But he didn't put a lot of thought into it because police departments are built on record keeping. We have to document everything. We don't give back evidence and pretend, oh, it never happened. How would we explain what we do?
Thank you.
It's becoming a joke now. She's really a joke now for doing this. And now
she's been a joke for a long time, but
but now it's just like it's kind of obvious that something else has occurred here besides him doing it.
Yeah.
or you
That's
wouldn't
what
ask.
everybody knew. Everybody in
Yeah.
Washington from the moment this happened was like, that bitch fucking killed him. There's no way.
Yeah. See, the house still exists.
Yeah.
I thought so. I'd have left it, but the link I posted has very graphic videos of his head blown open. So view them. I didn't even know there was some where you could see them.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm sure the crime scene photos are. I mean, they're crime scene photos.
Yeah. Yep.
Again, like that, and destroying crime scene photos. Is it the idea? It's Kurt Cobain, a celebrity. People would leak things. It's sensitive. Maybe that was what it was. Maybe it's a privacy concern.
Well, I had that concern. So if you saw my notes, I reviewed the case in 2005 for the chief. And I had at that time been told that the shotgun was missing. It had disappeared from evidence. And so that's why I wanted to look at it to verify that the gun was actually returned. And then later I had the same source tell me, how long was the shotgun gun? Did you check that out? It's like, oh gosh, no, I didn't. But it got me to thinking about that. So at that point, I told the chief, shotgun's there, we look good, looks like a suicide. At this point still, there are 2 rolls of film. I don't know where they get 4. And we had concerns, like the family said, that they might get developed. So I followed that thought process and told the chief to move them to a secure area in Records Bureau. Later, we had concern about Records Bureau personnel maybe walking away with that, maybe finding the National Enquirer for tons of money. So we said, no.
Oh yeah, they would have made money off of that, for sure. Selling the crime scene photos.
I mean, yeah.
At that point in time, now you can see them, but probably at that point in time, they probably could have.
No, I don't know how that has anything to do with Courtney Love.
It doesn't.
What? I'm just trying to connect those 2 dots.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think he's trying to say they were trying to. He asked him, would it be because she was concerned about it getting out there? And he's going down this.
Oh, and he's saying it already would have been out there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like, well, we had to move it here, and then we had to move it there, and so.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
No, it's time to move the film out to the new evidence room, and that's where it went. It went out to the new evidence room and was not developed until some officers who took the original photos said, hey, it's been 20 years now. This is 2014. Let's get the film developed.
And it wasn't even developed.
I have not been able to look at all the pictures. My department won't release them. And I, as a detective, would have questions about the photos. I want to see more things in the photos that I think should be there, but I can't. I can't look at it. They won't release it. I filed a public disclosure request, and it just kind of blew me off. Really? My own department?
Yeah, and I hear you. And look, you wonder if more attention, more conversation on this, maybe we'll have a change. And Neil, by the way, if you should know something.
It makes you wonder if they're covering it up.
Covering it up, or they just don't want to look stupid. They know they botched the case, and they don't want
Both, yeah.
Hi, Aussie.
Hi, Aussie. Hi.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say covering it up, yes, but not for the sake of Courtney Love, just for the sake of
no, yeah.
They know they fucked up and they don't want to admit it.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're covering it up for her at all. Mm-mm.
If you learn something, you got an open platform to come on here because we want to continue to follow.
Okay.
I appreciate you taking the time.
Right. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be anything new that's found. It's going to be something that's already there that we've all overlooked or didn't see the significance of it.
Okay.
Like this letter. I don't remember seeing this letter from the attorney.
Yep.
And it's bizarre.
That's why we're talking
bizarre.
about it. It's quite a development.
Yeah.
I wanted your opinion on it. Neil Lowe, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching.
In other words, I don't need to talk to you no more. So that's interesting.
Yeah, huh.
He's like, in my 50 years, that has never happened. Nice. Well, I feel better because he said everything we said. He said, what lawyer would even consider doing that?
No, it's the most ridiculous. That lawyer knew it wasn't going to work. He literally was just like, okay, Courtney, if you give me $5,000, we can make that happen.
Yeah,
She
and
gave
you
him
get out
$5,000. And he was like, fucking, all right.
of my hair and leave me alone. And yeah. What? Oh, whose dad passed away?
Aussie. She was talking about that last night.
Oh, I
Were
didn't
you
know.
not?
I was not. Oh, you know what? I had to leave for a little bit and came back.
Oh, yeah, she
Oh,
unfortunately told us all that in chat last night.
oh, I missed it. I'm sorry, Aussie. I had stepped out of
Yeah,
sharing
Cher felt real bad.
Huh?
Cher said something about how Aussie's dad and her dad look similar before she read the fucking comment.
Yeah.
And then read the comment, was like, oh no.
Oh. The house is a historic landmark while a former rental house still stands despite threats to destroy.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Washington doesn't have a lot of claims to fame, so yeah, like Kurt Cobain's house is a landmark. Bruce Lee's grave is a landmark. Fucking,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
they just don't have a lot of claims to fame, so they're like, we got Kurt Cobain's house.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I hate that, Aussie. Sorry I missed it in the chat last night, too. Yeah, I had stepped away. I had to go do something, and I came back, and I can't remember where I came back at. And it was right before Cher dropped down. I came back.
That would have been, yeah, right about. It wasn't that long before Cher had to get down, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, sorry to hear that. I know I said that last night as well, but still sorry to hear that. That still sucks.
It does.
Appreciate you for still being here and supporting, and you
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we are in agreement on that Courtney Love had the job done or did the job.
Yeah, for one of the very few times in my life, I agree with the police officer. Usually I disagree with everything that guy says. No, sir, I don't want to put these handcuffs on. Yeah. No, I don't want to go to, you can fuck off, sir. Right. I'm not trying to go in that cage.
Right.
There's another dude in there. I don't want to go in there.
And the other thing I find interesting, he also said it's not anything new going to come out. It's going to be something that was already there. And I agree with that also. It's definitely.
Yeah, I didn't know they were developing the mysterious film. I also didn't know the police department was hiding the development of the mysterious film, because that's been another thing. Like, Cobain conspiracy theorists have always wanted to know, like, what the fuck was in those film rolls that were up there? What was he? Not. It could be nothing. It could just literally be like family photos of them out at the beach or something. But like, what the fuck are on those photos? And they just, as far as anyone knew, they just never got it developed.
And that could be what she wants too. She wants to know what was on the rolls too, because it may be damaging to her.
I fucking guarantee you it is. Everything she does is damaging to herself.
So 20 years, they waited 20 years to develop them.
That part's kind of weird.
It is.
I guess if you think it's case closed, you stop investigating, but again, Kurt Cobain conspiracy theorists have wanted to know what's on that film for 30 years now.
Yeah. And he said it wasn't 4 rolls, it was only 2. So, you know how
Yeah, the
things
number
gets
gets
embellished. Yeah. Yeah.
the
for
number
sure.
gets it's a different number depending on what report you read, but we
Right.
know there's rolls of film and we know they weren't, or we thought we knew they weren't developed.
Right. And they are assuming that Kurt or somebody near him took them.
I mean, you would imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
Or even just like, I don't know, what if there's it's kind of almost haunting to say this, but what if there's like a cool photo of him and Frances that the world has never seen? Or maybe Frances herself has never seen. Like, just what the fuck is on those film rolls? Why won't you get them developed?
Well, there could be Nirvana pictures on there.
Or that, yeah, there could be like
Rehearsal pictures, you know. He could have been writing a song and they took a picture of him while he was writing a song. I mean,
yeah, it could have been like album cover photos or like cover art or whatever, but
Yeah.
just
but
yeah,
the
I don't know.
mysterious
Everyone's
note that showed up, I'm still unclear about that. Where did the note come from?
Courtney Love.
I mean, he's not talking about the note that was found with Kurt Cobain. He's talking about an extra note.
Yeah,
An
he's
extra
talking about
letter?
a letter between, or maybe not between anybody, but a letter that Kurt wrote and never sent out.
So there was one found with him. Is that the one he's talking about, or is it a second one? Is what I'm asking.
No, this is a different one. This is
Okay.
There's the Schmuashmide letter that was found with him that
Right.
everyone all knows about.
Right.
This is something else. I'm not sure what
Okay.
they mean by a letter. I don't know if they mean like they found it in an envelope or if it's like scribbled in one of his notebooks that they found. Like I'm unclear on that, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a different writing, a different letter.
Was it in the shoebox, laying in the bottom of the shoebox, and they didn't see it? Maybe because you know there was a shoebox there.
Yeah, that part I'm not sure about either.
Yeah. So I was kind of wondering where that extra letter came from.
No, Grey Wolf, there
That's
was
really
like film, like, remember those little black fucking plastic things that you had to put film in that
Yeah.
kept it dark? There was a couple of those just like in that little greenhouse area.
Yeah. There was not police film, not police camera film. It was personal film that was
Yeah, it
found.
was just some shit like whatever him and Courtney Love, presumably, who knows, whatever they had been taking pictures of for the last like month or so.
Yeah, it was his personal effects, part of his personal effects that they picked up. And they didn't develop them because they weren't police photos. They were.
But you would imagine if you're investigating, even if you're investigating a self unaliving, wouldn't you think that the most recent photos, like, that would kind of paint a picture of what was going on? So even if it is a self deletion, you would at least be able to get a picture of like, oh, he was acting sad or he was acting different or like whatever. Or you're going to see photo evidence of like maybe them fighting or arguing or looking like taking a picture but not looking at each other because they're mad at each other or whatever. Like it's going to give you some sort of context more than just a box of heroin, a shotgun, and a random note.
And it may even give you a timeline.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna like there's some sort of evidence in those photos that hasn't been taken into consideration yet.
Yeah, because they didn't develop them, so they wouldn't have known. There's a handwriting practice sheet that was found. It was in the link. Okay. Because there was one
practice sheet. Like for
Hello,
learning how to write letters and shit?
and you still called it a S after you found a practice sheet and an S note. You still found it as a S.
Police
Really?
relied on Polaroid photos and written logs, but standard rolls of undeveloped did. Yeah, and that's a lot of Nirvana fans have always wanted to know. What, even if it's nothing, just is it unseen photos of Nirvana? Like, what the fuck is happening on those
Well, yeah, I was
photos?
gonna say it could be seen pictures that they took at rehearsals or something that was never seen. Maybe pictures they were getting together for a photo shoot for album covers, like you said. I mean, there could be history there that they
Yeah.
didn't.
Embarrassing pictures of Dave Grohl? That'd be funny. I'd be into that.
Yeah, it could very well be photos like in Josie. Yes, because those pictures were something. The ones of him in the shower and stuff.
I mean,
Yes.
maybe they have, like I said, there's a documentary called Montage of Heck, and it's like it's all home videos and home movies, and there's footage of them in the shower and in the bath, and like, yeah, I mean, it could be.
Yeah. Whatever it is there, somebody doesn't want it seen because she wants all the evidence.
Well, multiple people don't want it seen now. She wants it destroyed, and the
Right.
police don't want to admit they fucked up.
Right. And I think they should I think somebody should investigate it because it's not fair to even if you're saying, well, it's not going to change anything. No, it's not going to change anything, but you've been letting people that committed a crime walk the street. And it's not like any of them have children small enough that if they go to prison, they're going to leave kids behind. So if they're guilty, put them in prison. You know what I mean?
Well, and it's also just like a sense of closure. You know, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure his friends, his family, his daughter, his fucking like people that worked with him and for him. I'm sure there's a lot of people that still would like some closure on this.
Yep. Police eventually released select non-graphic pictures in the room.
Yeah, I've seen all those. His like drug box with the needle and
yeah, I've seen that
what
too.
Presumably is fucking black tar and like I've seen all that. It's the mysterious picture, undeveloped pictures in the film roll thing that everybody's always like
the personal pictures.
But yeah, people would have paid fucking millions of dollars for that in like 2003.
Yeah, not crime scene photos, just general. I haven't taken it to the store to get it developed because back then you turned pictures in and got them developed, and they just hadn't done it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That they should do that for her. Maybe she wants to know, you know, what really happened, and she deserves to know, even if it turns out that it is.
Or even like Francis and Riley Hawk have a kid together now, like I was saying, so that kid's going to grow up knowing Tony and knowing one of her grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my other grandpa?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's worse for somebody to say, well, they did this, then it. You know, I just think it's worse to leave it as a S than to just do the
Well,
right.
I also think there's so much speculation and rumors, and I mean, look, we've been here for 2.5 hours talking about this.
Yeah.
At a certain point, I feel like coming out with a definitive answer that makes sense, because the self-unaliving thing never really made sense to a lot of people. That's why so many people have always questioned it.
Yeah.
And now that they're looking back at evidence and going, oh, a lot of this doesn't actually make sense. Even if you tell me that it was some random fucking crackhead that broke into his house off the street and killed him, if you can give that story to me and make all of the evidence make sense, okay. The problem is everything points to foul play, and then the cops were like, I guess he did it to himself because he was an addict and he was depressed. And every Nirvana fan was like, what? Okay, we know Kurt Cobain was insanely depressed, but like, what?
And see, that's the other thing that aggravates me is even if they were an addict, and even if they were depressed, and even if they were constantly on the street and blah, blah, high and all that, that doesn't mean just assume that it was an S.
Oh, right. That doesn't make your job any easier, especially when it's someone like Kurt Cobain, who I don't believe people were trying to break into the house. I think that was some bullshit Courtney was telling him to freak him out or whatever.
That's
but even if you want to go down that route, he's a famous, he's a very well-known, very famous, very influential, presumably very wealthy guy. Would you not think, even if he is an addict with severe depression, there's a chance someone might have took this dude out?
Yeah.
Or even a robbery gone wrong. Someone was just trying to rob him and something bad happened. Like, the fact that they immediately were just like, meh, that's what happened is...
Yeah.
But also, it was back in the 90s and everybody hated grunge and drugs, and I don't think a lot of music fans cared, but as far as like cops and the mayor of the city and like all the wealthy higher up people, I don't think anyone gave a shit because, no, he's just a fucking punk rock star.
Mm-hmm. Well, and as many people as you said, you thought maybe it was a flop house and people were in and out. When are they going to rob it? If so many people are in and out, they're going to have to wait till everybody's passed out, and they're going to have to hit that just right.
Well, or you wait until you catch him alone in his little outside back greenhouse area.
Yeah.
If you can catch him alone and slip in there while everybody else is in the main house, then maybe. But yeah, it does seem like all of his and her buddies were just kind of, that was the spot to go, man. Go to Kurt's house, and he doesn't care if you do drugs.
Yeah, yeah. So I think it was the paranoia she was putting in his head, because I think they were trying to set things up for this. Like they were trying to set up that he was paranoid. They were trying to set up that he was distant.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were just set. I mean, he probably was like that anyway, but I think they were making it seem like he was extra. So.
Well, yeah, that's why it was believable. It's because he was like that, but I don't think, as much as people knew how bad his mental health was and how much he struggled, and like we all watched him. Well, I didn't, but his fans all watched him destroy himself on heroin, and like I think everybody knew there was an issue, but he didn't seem like the type who was going to take himself out unless it was an overdose. But he didn't seem like when he supposedly when he supposedly used a shotgun, everybody was like, what? But what? Like, overdose I can see, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So I think she tried in Rome and it didn't work.
Which would also make sense as to why, if you do that again, but the last time he lived through the overdose, you do an overdose and a little double tap to make sure it gets done this time.
Bingo. Yep. Yep. So it's been interesting talking about Kurt Cobain. I won't do another night on him. I mean, we could go through some more stuff. We could go through some interviews and stuff, but you're just, it's kind of going to be kind of the same thing. But I would like to just keep my eye on it. And if anything else develops, if y'all hear of anything, let me know and we'll talk about it. We'll just make it part of a live. But
why would you want to get rid of him? So she can have all of his money and all of his royalties from Nirvana? And also, when you do drugs with someone, you develop a weird resentment and hatred of them, even though you're supposedly in love and want to do drugs, but mostly so she could get all that Nirvana money.
Because in my opinion, Ronnie, I did a reading. I don't know if you seen it of Kurt Cobain, but in my opinion, I felt like he was leaving her and the band because I feel like he was going off on his own because he had discovered and seen some things that basically he knew what they were doing to him. So I feel like he was going to separate from all of them, to be honest. So I think she was kind of caught on to that because when he would go away, that's not his first time in rehab. And when he would go away, he would get clear-minded, and then he would come back and he would get right back on everything again. Well, it didn't help that she helped him get right back there again. I mean, why was she even sending him to rehab? Because she was just going to feed it to him when he got back. And if she wasn't, she was still doing it. That was never going to help him.
I also think a bigger part of it than anybody really ever talks about, I do think he was getting ready to leave the band, or maybe not leave the band per se, but I think he was over it. I think he didn't like being a musician anymore. I think he wanted to do something else. And if you're Courtney Love and you're using all of this Nirvana money to fund your addiction, and suddenly the Nirvana guy starts being like, I don't know how much more I want to do this.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, now I got to do something to keep that money train coming in.
Especially he's the lead man. And Nirvana wasn't. What happened to them after he passed away?
Dave Grohl did a bunch of. Basically, the Foo Fighters happened. Basically it was just Dave Grohl doing stuff after Nirvana.
So they weren't successful.
They were.
As a group, were they successful?
Nirvana themselves?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they were getting there. They're kind of still on their ascension. They hadn't fully peaked yet, but they were definitely seeing some success. I mean, they were doing good enough that Kurt had a house in LA and a house in Seattle, and No,
I mean, after he passed away, how did Nirvana do?
Oh, that was basically it.
Yeah.
The drummer went on to start a few things, and the other guitarist did a few other projects as well, but Nirvana died with Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and she couldn't have that because if he left, then there would be no more Nirvana. And the friends didn't want that to happen either, or the group didn't want that to happen either. And I think that's what he was doing. I think he was distancing himself from them.
Yeah, I don't know if he ever would have left the band completely and actually walked away from it. But I think he was tired of touring. I think he was tired of writing albums. I think he just wanted a break for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, then there's no money coming in if he's not touring with the band.
Yep. Yep. So that was my feeling on it, but I'm sure the fans have other ideas of why she would be guilty.
No, most people pretty much assume it was for money.
Okay.
Most people are like, yeah, she wanted the Nirvana money. That fucking makes sense.
And wanted to be in control of it.
I think that was part of it, but I think most of it is she thought if he was gone, she would basically take his place,
Insane.
which is fucking retarded. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear you sing, Courtney Love. Shut the fuck up. But she would then be in charge of the estate and Kurt Cobain's percentage of Nirvana and like
royalties.
That would have put her, that would have put her sitting real pretty for the rest of her life.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're running very well. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll keep an eye on if there's any developments, especially if they develop the pictures. I don't guess they'll ever say what they are. Most probably.
I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll reopen the case. And maybe because that one detective, he's like, I really want to look at the pictures again. So he's already changed his mind and made it a homicide. So
Well, yeah, and if he gets his hands on those pictures, I bet he would leak them. He seems like the kind of guy that would leak that.
yeah. Maybe another.
Which is why they won't fucking give it to him, probably.
Yeah, that's probably why they won't let him. Well, if he was the original detective on the scene, and he called it a suicide, and now he's changed his mind, they're not going to want that because they're not. They're not going with his he is not going with their narrative anymore. So they're like, you're not getting a hold of these pictures so you can make us look stupid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They know they botched the case, and they don't want to have to deal with that.
Yep. So he's been gone 32 years. So maybe in a couple of more years, somebody will take the case and do something with it. But in public opinion, I would say, 90% of the people think she did it. Would that be a good percentage?
I would say so, yeah. I think most people lean towards she at least had something to do with it.
Right.
Most people lean towards this wasn't a schmoo or schmide.
Right. And I totally agree. Yep. So I don't know what I'm going to talk about the next time on Progressive Minds. I haven't decided. If Eli gets to join me, then of course whatever he'll have a say in what we go over. But he works. He's got kind of crazy hours, so I told him just whenever, just let me know. So the next time I go live is going to be on the Looking Glass. And I don't know what that's going to be either. That may be a jump up there and just see what happens live. I may not have a plan, which is...
I'm down for that. Those are always the funnest ones.
Which is hard for an earth sign because we like to plan. We like to have a plan, and we like to have it in order, and we like to have it so getting up there and not having a plan it'll be a little crazy for me, but it might be all right. We might just have to go with it. I know. I can't even say it. I was trying to think, how does he say that? So I just said S word.
Schmoo or schmide?
There you go.
You know what that is? That's from the movie Knocked Up. You ever seen Knocked Up?
No, because I'm not.
Seth Rogen, and
yeah.
So he gets him knocked. He knocks up this girl at like a club or whatever, and he's like talking to his buddies. He's like, she's pregnant. I don't know what to do, and da 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 da. And someone brings up an abortion, and one of the, I forget which character, but one of the dudes is like, oh God, don't say that. He's like all Christian, like offended by the term. So he's like, okay, then maybe one of you should get a mashmortion. And so I just took that and yeah, schmooerschmeid.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because we can't say it on here.
Yeah, YouTube gets real mad about, you might get in trouble for even playing that video.
Yeah, I might, when it's over, I might. Yeah. They may make me copyright it, or they may make me edit it out. I'll know when I close this, I'll know. But it's on YouTube. I got it off of YouTube.
Yeah, but there was it was when we were talking about Chris Benoit. Cher and I didn't even say the word. We played a video clip that it said it and it had it like scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And so they tried to ding me for that. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I muted that part of it. And then they still tried to get me because it said it, like you could read it on the screen.
Yeah.
So I had to completely cut that part out.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll, sometimes you can beat the algorithm and get away with it. So like you might be good, but they might try to ding you for that.
Yeah. If they do, I'll just let them edit it out.
Yeah, they really don't like it when you say that.
Yeah. Yeah. And
same reason we have to say pew pew, or I have to say shotgun. I have to say the actual term, because if I just say the 3-letter word for that, YouTube will get mad.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said pow pow earlier. Pow pow, pew pew, bang bang. Anything but the actual word. You used to
whenever you hear me making shit up, it's probably not to be funny. It's probably to not get the video taken down.
Right. You know, they don't get you so much for saying murmur well, you know what we say for murmur. But they used to get you for that one, but I think that one's kind of,
they're chilling out on that. You can say retarded again. That's cool.
See,
for a while, a bunch of fucking retards were telling me I couldn't say retarded.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain words that you just can't. But you can say the F word. But you better not say murmur.
Which one?
F-U.
Fuck or the one for gay?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The one I say all the time or the other one I say all the time?
Yeah, either one. But you can't say murmur or any of the others, but you can say those words. It's kind of like you're like, what? What?
There's not really a rhyme or reason to it. Someone got offended about someone saying schmoo or schmide, so they complained to YouTube, and now YouTube specifically goes after that one.
Mm-hmm. Just like the pedo one.
Yeah, PDF file.
Yeah. Can't say that either. It's weird. It's weird, the stuff that's coming out. But I think we'll end it tonight. It's 11:30, and I think we covered everything we can about Kurt Cobain. So maybe something will come of it. Maybe they'll reopen it and do some testing on the evidence they already have, which they don't have the building to go to anymore, so they'd have to reconstruct that. But maybe they'll go back over their evidence.
Realized they were dinging so hard for you. I was wondering why C-Vals was getting out of the way to not say. Oh yeah, they really like. Normally, I don't care, and I'll just say shit, and YouTube can fucking suck my dick about it. But that one, they'll take the video down.
Yeah. I got copyrighted for, it was 1 minute and 52 seconds. I forgot what live it was. And I had to edit it out. It was 1 minute and 52 seconds is all it was. And they're like, they will put your video private. They will tell you what's wrong with it, which means you don't get any of the views that you got. You don't get any of the watch hours. They will make it private, and they will say, once you edit this out, we will make it public back and put it back on your channel again.
Yeah, like they'll straight up take the video down and try.
Yep.
Depending on what you do, it's technically a violation of terms of service. So, like, you would have to do something pretty wild to actually get a strike on your channel for it.
Right.
But technically, they could.
Yeah, they could. But they tell you if you edit this and take it out, then it's like you didn't.
Yeah,
you didn't do it at all. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly it's just annoying. You have to go back in, edit your shit. Fucking, you miss however many hours of potential views that could be. Like, it's pain in the ass, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, they will straight up take your video down for it.
Yeah. They'll highlight it for you. They'll show you this and this much. They'll clip, like they'll have little markers there to tell you how much of your video has to come out.
Oh, you're good, Grey Wolf. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
I also think it's funny. I think it's hilarious we have to do that.
Yeah.
I just make up fucking weird you know what it is? It's like when wow, why am I blanking on this right now? It's like when Great Malenko came out and Disney pulled the album off the shelf immediatthe because it's ICP and they're talking about fucking killing people and stabbing people and whatever.
Yeah.
So the label pulled the album off the shelf and gave Jay and Shaggy a list of like, here's all the lyrics you can't say. And they just invented new slang words.
Yeah.
So instead of blew his fucking tongue out the back of his cranium, it's instead of blew his fucking tongue out the back of his cranium, it's I grabbed the shotgun and had a little fun. They're saying the same thing. They're just not technically.
Yeah.
Racked on the bucket, made it fucking rain pork rinds instead of just straight up saying I shot a cop. Racked on the bucket, made it fucking rain pork rinds. And then they got away with all their dumb slang.
And then they probably got more views that way with the slang in there.
Yeah, and now Juggalos have our own language because we had to start saying a bunch of shit. So Jay and Shaggy could put it in the song.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it just helped y'all out, really. Good night, Miss Smith. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's how it is. We got our own language over here. We have to talk. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining me again. Cher deserted us again. She left us alone again.
Yeah, she really got to stop doing that. She'll learn one day.
I don't know. I don't know. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Are y'all on tomorrow night?
What's tomorrow's Thursday?
Thursday, yep.
I think we're going Friday. And maybe once over the weekend.
Okay.
I had to talk to Cher again, but I think we were talking about Friday.
Okay. All right. Cool beans. Okay. So look for on hers, or you're going in the fun house again?
Yeah, It'll probably be on the Funhouse. But I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. If she decides to do something on her channel, I'll join. If you
Right.
want to do something else, if Eli randomly gets his shit together enough to do something, I'm
Yeah.
around. I'm trying to do as much YouTubing as I can right now. And I'm going to start doing more like pre-upload. I mean, skate video stuff, obviously, but then probably just filming all the random shit that happens to me throughout my day.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hi,
Um,
Carrie. I'm sorry you didn't get a notification. Dang. I don't even know how to fix that.
We can't. That's a YouTube thing. Your best bet is keep interacting with this channel, keep liking the videos, keep doing all the stuff, because then that way the algorithm will know like this is a channel you actually watch. So instead of feeding you shit you're not going to click on, it will start feeding you the channels that you do click on.
Gotcha.
So the more you interact with this channel, the more YouTube will go, oh, I should give these notifications to this person because they'll actually, like, it'll get you to click the button.
That
All
makes
the
sense.
algorithm wants you to do is click the button. Whatever button it is, fucking click it.
Just click it. Click the dang button. Yes, it's been good. We talked about Kurt Cobain and the latest that has come out. But I have to go to the notifications. Oh. Well.
Huh. Interesting.
You know what I think? I'm just going to say, I think that YouTube hates me and they blocked me. That's what I think. I think I'm just totally blocked and the algorithm just does not pick up on me. That's what I think. I think they just hate me and they just block me. That's the conclusion I have come to, that they just hate me.
YouTube never does it. I know, right?
She's enjoying
Thank you,
the
though.
skateboarding videos. Yeah.
I am too, but I got
Yeah.
2 elbows now. I don't know how good you guys can see that, but I got 2 elbows.
Yes, he does.
So,
yep, there they are.
Yep. That's not supposed to be there, but it is.
Yeah.
It fucking hurts a lot, so that's cool.
Oh, all my notifications. Sometimes I get like when Casey goes live, I'll get his, but when Cher goes live, sometimes I don't get hers.
Well, and so I and we Cher has been going live on my channel, so you're clicking on my channel more, so the algorithm is feeding you mine more than hers.
Probably. That makes sense now. Yeah.
I bet if we started doing videos on her channel, it would all of a sudden it would be the opposite, and you would get hers and not mine.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. 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 But I swear I think they hate me. I think they block me so I won't get monetized. I swear. I think so.
We'll get you there.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, everyone. I am going to call it a night. Once again, thank you, Casey. We'll look for you and Cher to be up. Look for the looking glass sometime this week. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. You may get to see all 4 of us.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah.
He said, well, whatever. Eli said he would have a couple of days, and then I haven't heard from him. So he's probably just fucking hiding in his cave on his day off.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, I'm not calling them clowns and doing anything with them.
Fucking sea fowls on my day off. That guy sucks.
Screw them. No, I don't know. He might be working, but no matter what, we love him. We just like to give him shit, and we're looking forward to next time he can hang out with us. We do talk to him every once in a while and chat whenever he decides to grace us with his presence. But until then, we know he's working and he's got a lot on his plate. So, and we understand that. So, we'll always be here when he's ready to hang out. We're here, for sure. So, but good night, everybody. I appreciate y'all. What did you drop something?
Oh, now I'm playing with my hair.
Yes. Yep. We will have a big party if I ever get to 1,000. Don't know what we'll do, but we'll have a party. We'll do something. So, but good night, everybody. Y'all have a good evening. Have a good day tomorrow. It's going to be hot as hot. I think 105 or something like that tomorrow without the heat index. The heat index is probably going to be about 116, I think. So it's going to be hot. So
yeah, good luck with that.
yeah. And it's a wet heat.
Right.
So there we go.
Well, thanks for having me again. This was super fun. I love talking about stuff like this. Thanks everyone for joining us. And I'm going to get out of here and I will see you guys wherever I end up popping up next. But have a good night, everyone.
Good night, Casey. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all being here. You could have been anywhere, but you were here, and I do appreciate it. Look for my other videos on my other channel. I'm trying to come up with one a day. I'm trying. So look for those. I got another reading I want to do on a new case. I'm going to try to get it out also next week, if not this week. So have a lovely night. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you later, and peace, and have a good night. Bye.